So do braces hurt? I think this is a question asked by almost every single person that's interested in getting started with orthodontic treatment. Well, in today's episode, we're going to talk about what to expect when you get your braces, if they hurt, and how you can manage this discomfort. So let's go. What's up guys, Dr. Greg here back with another episode of Braces Explained. I hope you guys have all been doing well and are staying safe during these times. What I've been noticing is that there are a lot more people on this channel that are interested in getting started with braces. And I'm getting a lot of questions like, do braces hurt? What do I expect when I'm first going to get my braces on? So I kind of wanted to make a video today to address that concern and tell you some things to expect in the beginning of your orthodontic journey and what to expect with regards to discomfort when you begin orthodontic treatment. For those of you that haven't checked out Life of Braces yet, it's a free ebook and it tells you kind of what to expect before you get your braces on and how to speed up the process. So I'm going to link it out in this corner so you guys can go ahead and download that for free. And while you're on my site, go ahead and also join the Braces Club. It's an online community for people that are interested in orthodontic treatment or going through the treatment, and it serves as a support group, helps answer questions that you might have. It's a really great community that we have on there that's becoming more and more active. So I appreciate all of you that are already part of that community, and I'm excited to see how much that community is going to grow moving forward. But in today's episode, I want to address the question of, do braces hurt? And what do you expect at those initial appointments? And I'm going to start this off by saying not everyone experiences the things that I'm going to talk about in today's video. Some people experience more dental discomfort, and some experience cheek irritation, and some people don't experience any discomfort at all. But everyone has a different threshold to pain, and that experience that he or she will have might be different from yours. So go in with an open mind. Don't fear your orthodontic appointments. You might get a little bit of discomfort, but it's nothing that's going to be like the end of the world. A lot of people go through this process and they do just great. This is why I recommend joining communities like the Braces Club, where you can discuss your experience and share with other people so that you guys can kind of learn from one another and see how your stories line up with someone else. So let's go ahead and get started with the first appointment. When you get your braces on, there is nothing that hurts. I have a video that talks about the process of getting braces on, and if you've seen that video, there's really nothing that can cause any discomfort. The biggest thing is that you have those cheek retractors in, but those don't hurt at all. They basically just stretch your cheeks so that the orthodontist can keep your mouth dry and put the braces on accurately. But during your appointment, there will be nothing that will hurt you at all. But if you guys remember, in another video, we've talked about how teeth move. And the way teeth move is by causing a little bit of inflammation around the roots. And that's how tooth movement works. And if you want to learn more about that, I have plenty of videos that talk about it. But when you first get your braces on, a couple of hours after you get your braces on, you might experience a little bit of discomfort. And I always tell my patients, this feels a lot like your teeth are bruised. And you know how bruises are, they don't hurt, but they're kind of annoying and they're uncomfortable. Whenever you press on a bruise, it has a little bit of pain, right? Just like when you bite on something, when your teeth are initially moving, it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable. But this pain doesn't last forever. And it's kind of like getting a ball in motion. When you first start with the orthodontic tooth movement, it's probably the worst. That's why spacers and the initial wires are the ones that cause a little bit more discomfort than later on in treatment. Because those periodontal ligaments that are surrounding the teeth are initially starting to move, and that can cause a little bit of discomfort. I'm going to hop in here and say, if you guys are enjoying today's video and this is your first time on the channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with more content like this. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you are enjoying today's content. Okay, let's get back into it. What you can also expect in these early few days with braces is you might have a little bit of cheek discomfort, and that can be caused by the brackets kind of sticking out and your cheeks aren't used to them. You have to realize that the tissue in your mouth is really thin, and early on when the cheeks don't know what this metal is, they can get caught on it and it can snag it and cause a little bit of irritation. Now, this doesn't last throughout treatment. Your cheeks thicken up and they kind of develop little calluses that don't last forever, but they develop these little calluses so that your cheeks are used to it and you don't develop these sores as often. And I have a whole video that talks about managing this orthodontic pain, but I'm going to kind of touch on it a little bit in today's video. So with this discomfort early on in braces, you're going to basically have two types of discomfort. One is going to be caused by the tooth movement, which is caused by the braces, and the other one is going to be more of like a gum discomfort, and that's caused by irritation to the cheeks and lips. And we handle these discomforts a little bit differently. So the main way you can handle the dental discomfort is by a few tricks. You can do things like eat colder foods, eat softer foods, keeping your teeth separated, because basically what you want to do is decrease the inflammation in your mouth so that your teeth are comfortable. Also, these early wires that orthodontists use, they're activated by the heat and the temperature in your mouth. So by eating foods that are a little bit cooler and softer, what it'll do is actually make these wires a little bit weaker temporarily. Now, once your mouth's temperature goes back to normal, the forces will resume. But if you eat something cool or drink some cold water, what this can do is lower the temperature in your mouth and basically make it so the wires aren't delivering as much force and basically cause a little bit of more comfort. Also, you could take any type of anti-inflammatory medication that you take for any of your headaches. So take whatever medication you're used to taking for your regular headaches and the prescription on the box, and that should help a lot with the dental discomfort. And like I lightly mentioned, you want to stay away from hard foods because you don't want to irritate teeth that are bruised. Basically what they're doing is they're recovering and adapting to these new wires. So you want to be gentle on the teeth while they're beginning this orthodontic process. And moving forward with future appointments after you get your braces on, you still might develop a little bit of discomfort for a few days after you get your braces tightened. But like I always say, the initial wires are generally the most difficult to get used to because it is like getting that ball rolling. So I know it's unfortunate that the uncomfortable part is on the front end of this journey, but you know what? Just know that once you're getting started, the worst part is generally over with. And the second type of discomfort that you can have with braces early on in the process is, like I said, the irritation on your lips and gums. This can be fixed by using things like wax and anesthetics on the cheek side. Your orthodontist should teach you how to use wax, but in my last video I kind of briefly went over how to properly apply wax. You want to make sure that you roll a little ball of wax and apply it to areas where these braces are irritating your lips. But you have to make sure that the teeth or the areas that you're putting this wax on are dry, or else the wax isn't going to stick and it might fall off. I'm going to put a link in the description of today's video to the products that I recommend for wax. I usually like Goo and Orthodots. I think those are the two best products, and they kind of hold onto the brackets really well and protect your cheeks. Your cheeks will develop calluses and get used to the braces. But like I said, early on in the process, your gums and your cheeks are a little bit easily irritated because they're not used to this foreign substance. So just until your body gets used to it, I recommend these products. If you develop some sores on your lip, what I recommend is to do a few things. You can use warm salt water rinses, and you can do this throughout the day, and that will decrease the irritation to your lips and cheek. But if the sores are causing, too much discomfort, I usually recommend using some sort of like a topical anesthetic like Ambisol, which I'll link in the description of today's video. But if you put that on the area, it'll numb it up and create kind of a barrier so that your lips and cheeks feel a lot more comfortable. And the last thing I want to talk about in today's video is, do braces hurt to have them removed? And the answer is generally no. The way we take the braces off is that we basically pop them off of each individual tooth. And this is a lot like if anyone has had a broken bracket. It's just a little weird popping sound, and that's basically the composite or the filling material that holds the bracket to your tooth breaking loose. And that shouldn't really cause any discomfort. After we pop those brackets off of your teeth, your orthodontist will go through using a drill and polish off that glue so that there's no glue remaining on your teeth. And you might be thinking, oh my God, there's a drill, does it hurt? It doesn't hurt. What you'll be feeling is mostly just cold air, and your mouth will become really dry because you're going to be removing all that glue from your teeth. But the way these drills work is by blowing air and causing the drill to spin. So you're going to be feeling a lot of cold air in your mouth. So that might cause a little bit of discomfort, but your orthodontist understands that. So just let them know if you have sensitive teeth, and that way they can go a little bit slower to remove the glue from your teeth. I also recommend that if you are going to be having your braces removed and you have sensitive teeth, I recommend that you use Sensodyne toothpaste. What this will do is decrease the sensitivity of your teeth so that when they remove your braces, you have the most comfortable and painless experience possible. So in closing, do braces hurt? And the answer is not really. Will you have some discomfort? Well, most people do, but they get over it in a matter of a couple of days, and every day will be better than the last day. I know it's a difficult process, and it takes a lot of getting used to, but that's why I'm here, and that's why our community is here. So please reach out to us if there's anything we can do to help you guys feel better. I hope some of the tips and tricks that I mentioned in today's video will be useful for you in making your process and your journey a little bit more comfortable. If you guys have any more questions about anything orthodontics, go ahead and leave them in the comments of today's video. And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up so I know that you guys enjoyed today's content. As always, I hope you guys stay healthy, happy, and safe out there, and be sure to keep smiling. And I'll catch you guys next week on another episode of Braces Explained. But for now, Dr. Greg out.